Today we're going to be talking hex mags. I bought these, I want to say about 6 months ago from Wise Tactical in Kansas. Bought it on their website. Great company, really good customer service. These mags, I like Pmags, and I've used Pmags, I've used the steel GI mags. And I just found out about these about 7 months ago. Decided I was going to buy a couple to try out. They're decent mags. They function. They're lightweight. I've seen some testing online that showed that they would be pretty good mags. But I bought two originally. I got both of them. One of them was broken when I got it in the mail. And that is this one right here. Yeah. You can see that it is split right there. Right down the seam. Right there. I loaded it up, see if it still worked. It'll hold a couple rounds, but when it's almost completely full, the lips will separate and it will shoot the rounds out of the mag. I emailed Wise Tactical telling them that I got this mag and it was broken in the mail, and they told me every once in a while some of these mags are broken. And so they sent me a brand new one. Like I said, Wise Tactical, good company, great customer service. So they sent me a brand new one. It worked. And I have left both of these mags loaded for about a month to see if that stress would break them. This one's unloaded right now because I'm testing out a new mag to see how well it holds how well the magazine holds ammo during long-term storage. And that is this Troy Battle Mag. But we're not going to talk about that right now in this video. So, about a month and a half, fully loaded. The mags, they don't break, the feed lips don't bend out of place. Spring, just as good as a new one. This one, I pulled the spring out of this one to see if there was any variation in the spring of this one that hasn't had very many rounds in it compared to this one that was loaded for over a month. No change at all. No change at all in the spring. The spring holds fairly well. So the springs hold up fairly well. And here's my Pmags. I've used Pmags for about four and a half years now. And these are the ones I've had since then. I've both the window mags and the unwindowed mags. And I like them. They hold up really well. But the one thing I like about these hex mags compared to the Pmags is the button at the bottom of the mag that allows the base plate to move is very easy to push with your finger compared to that of the Pmag, which you need to take a pin or something to push in to remove the base plate. Overall, I honestly like the Pmags better, just because I think they're better quality magazines. But the Hex Mag does have features that I like that either Magpul could eventually put into their Pmags or do something similar, is a bigger button on the bottom. And Hex Mag also has a system where you buy a different follower and button that are different colors. They have a zombie green, they have a black, they have a red one, I don't remember what all colors they have. It's really nice, like if you use different ammunitions, like say you have a 300 blackout or in a 5.56 and you use hex mags for both of those, you can have different colors for those 2 rounds. Or if you have different 5.56 223 ammunition, like your hunting rounds and your practice rounds or tactical rounds, you can have different colored followers and base plate buttons to show the difference. So you're not just picking up one thing, you're just like, all right, I want these mags, and stack them on the shelf, and you know which one's which just by looking at the bottom of the magazine. And that's the one thing I really like about hex mags. The grip is still kind of slick, even though they have these little stickers that go in here that's like a skateboard grip tape. And I've seen people put skateboard grip tape on their Pmags. But the little raised bumps right here and back here do give quite a bit decent grip. Like if I'm wearing a pair of gloves, they really stick to this and the back part really well, but not really the mag. It just slides all over the place, and I'm putting a decent amount of pressure on that. It sticks a little bit better to the Palmer Pmags, even without the really aggressively raised index points right here and the hex pattern here. I can still get really good traction in a pair of gloves. Granted, these are a pair of PVC coated work gloves that are supposed to give you better grip anyway. They do slip on the hex mags. Let me put a different pair of gloves to compare to. Well, I couldn't find my other pairs of gloves, and bet they're probably out in my truck. I'm not going to go out there and look for them right now. But I'm going to grab some rounds and load up the mags and compare how loading the mags are. Actually, I'm going to use a pair of dummy rounds I just got. These are Magpul dummy rounds. I got in a subscription box from Tac Pack. I actually didn't even know Magpul made dummy rounds, which is pretty cool. So, let me grab this real fast. Pops in there really nicely. Let me grab this. Whoops. Pops in. They load practically the same. So, they load pretty much exactly the same, but so do most AR mags. From what I've seen, hex mags are pretty good. Will I buy some more? Probably not, mostly because I really like the Pmags, and compared to the Pmags, compared to the Pmags, if you put them side by side, I would pick a Pmag any day, because they work. I think they're better quality mags. The hex mags are about the same price, so if you're going to go out there and spend the money on a magazine, I would spend the money on the Pmag, since they're pretty much the same price from what I've seen. Also, the hex mags work. Will I get rid of these magazines? If somebody offers me a trade for straight across for Pmags for them, yeah, I'll get those Pmags, but I probably won't get rid of these, and I'll probably continue to use these and try these out. That's all for today. Sorry about the quality on this. I'm using my phone, mostly because I don't have my camera at the moment. So, that's what I think about the hex mags. I'm going to put a link to Wise Tactical if you want to go on there and order some of these. So, have a nice day.